Oh, hey there people. What's really going on? Welcome to the video. Oh man, good thing the camera wasn't rolling there. I just had like an awesome stretch and a fart squeezed out. Man, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about this damn coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever the heck we're gonna call it. The biggest problem with this whole friggin' nonsense is, and I mentioned it before, because, you know, I've been vlogging every day and my thoughts are like a filing cabinet that's been through a hurricane. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about this damn friggin' virus because people... What am I doing? I'm going to make a pot of coffee because I'm probably going to drink a full friggin' pot today because I'm like that. No, I'm just getting really sick and tired of hearing about it because you got news outlets that are spouting one thing and then doing the other. You got people panicking, going out and buying personal protective equipment like gloves and hats. Holy crap! Imagine that. Oh, it's COVID-19. Put on your hard hat. No, like gloves and masks, and not even using it properly. Like that's my favorite. That's my personal favorite. And I was a witness of that one the other night when I went to Food Basics to pick up cat and dog food and came back with way more than just cat and dog food. Everybody's panicking. Everybody's all up in ears. One website says one thing about the infections in I'm going to use Canada because that's where I'm from. So one website says this is how many infections we have. The other website says this is how many infections we have. They're both not correct. Neither one's reporting the correct number of recovered. And it's not like they're off by a couple numbers here or there. Like, they're off by a lot of numbers. Literally, like, they're not talking to each other about how they're going to construe their news. So you get fed up about it, and you go on Faceballs, and you post, like, man, this is stupid, like, this is dumb. And then you get all these sheeple who come out of left field, and they're all like, oh, but you're just not taking it seriously and stuff. Guys, the other night when I was at Food Basics, I literally saw some dummy picking through the rice aisle. He was looking at different bags of rice, and then he got an itch on his nose, and he fired his bare finger up his mask to scratch his nose. Okay, this is the reason why wasting personal protective equipment on civilians is freaking stupid. Like, even the gloves. And I see it all the time at the stores, and you see the pictures on the Facebooks, and you see it everywhere. People are wearing the gloves, they're going through the aisles, they're touching everything, like touching produce, touching bags of whatever, touching this, touching that, and they're putting it back. That's my favorite. They pick it up and go no, and they put it back. Okay. So then they'll pull their phone out of their pocket and answer it. Do you see what the problem is here? Like, they don't take off their gloves, they just pull their phone out of their pocket with their hands still in their gloves and answer it, holding it to their face, millimeters away from their eyeballs. This is what I'm getting at. And I've seen this firsthand, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I'm not one to really take the virus too serious. Like, I don't care. I get infected, I get infected. I win, I die, I die. It is what it is. Like, I don't give a shit. You know, I've done a lot in this life that, you know what? If I live till I'm 90, right on. And if I live till I'm 42, right on. I don't really care. But for those that, you know, they are at risk, they have underlying health conditions, they're the ones who need to worry the most. I'll probably, if I get it, just walk it off. Hell, for all I know, I probably already got it. Because like they say, the reported cases are one thing. Reported just means they discovered them. There's the unreported cases where people are infected, but they're not showing any signs, so they're not wasting the medical doctor's time by going to get a mouth swab. They're just like, oh, got a bit of a cough, it's hay fever season, just gonna ignore it. Oh, got a bit of a dry cough, just gonna pop an antihistamine and ignore it. Holy crap, I pop enough antihistamines, I use them as sleeping pills, because let me tell you, those pink antihistamines will knock you flat on your arse. But I do get it, like, there's a lot of people out there, and I'm glad the grocery stores are accommodating them, who are susceptible to the harsher sides of COVID, you know, like the elders and such. So, like, you know, supermarkets are opening up an hour earlier and allowing the high risk factors to go shopping before the low risk factors go in. I appreciate this. You know, this is great. People like, you know, my parents and that can go in there and shop and and not worry about people like me who don't give a care. And yeah, they don't have the risk of getting infected. But like, I'm just so sick of like the news saying one thing one day and then another thing like 5 minutes after. Like, you can go outside, or no, stay inside at all costs, but go outside for exercise. Or the virus can only last for 2 hours on metal surfaces, but now it's actually for 8. Like, they don't know what the hell they're saying, so they just say it. And the reason why I've always hated the news is because the news is like any other TV show in the public eye. In order to stay on the air, it's got to get ratings. And what better way to get ratings than to instill fear in the public and keep them coming back for more? Like back in the day, they used to have those Nielsen boxes that they would hook up to your TV. You could be a Nielsen family. They would basically get ratings on shows based off of what you watched. Well, I'm pretty sure with today's modern internet, cable TV, satellite technology, they don't need no freaking box. They know who's viewing what. They can tell what channel you're on at what time and to see who's watching what. So they know damn well. And they can see the ratings, how many people are actually watching the news. And I bet you since this COVID-19 bullshit started, the news has been the most watched source. And they are the most misleading source of information on the planet that we live on. You go to any news broadcast and they're all going to report different nonsense about it. And the worst part is people are taking this here to the streets and thinking that this is how they're going to save themselves. Like maybe social distancing. Yeah, it makes sense, right? But does it? Like when you cough, it's like an aerosol. So you let out a good cough, you're spraying saliva everywhere. It's like a bomb goes off from your face. But is it? That's the whole thing. There's been some 3D renditions of what happens to a cough when you cough. And the one just shows it going out like 4 feet and then falling down. And then the next one shows it going up and into the air and swinging around through the HVAC of a building and getting like 2 aisles infected with your mouth juices. So it's like, what do you believe? There's different renditions of what happens. It's impossible. And the other biggest thing is guys, you don't realize how powerful the thing up here is, your brain. If you want something hard enough and you put your mind to it, you're gonna obtain those goals, because this thing here is the strongest thing we have inside of this meat suit. So if you start thinking you're sick, if you start having you start listening to the bullshit saying, oh yeah, the symptoms are this and that, and you start looking for them and you start finding them, guess what's going to happen to you? Your body is going to think it's sick, you're going to start exhibiting symptoms, and then you are going to get sick because the stress levels are going to lower your immune system and you're going to catch something. So the first thing you got to be doing, don't let this thing get out of hand. Don't look for symptoms. Don't become a hypochondriac. Just freaking stay calm. Don't stress. Keep the cortisol down. Quit watching the friggin' news. Oh my god. Let those friggin' ratings on the news take a tank. Stupidest friggin' thing on TV, and that's including Friends. I hate Friends, by the way. That show is dumb. But you know what I hate more than Friends? The freaking news. To be fair, I'd watch episodes of Seinfeld before I watched the news, and I freaking hated that show too. That show was dumb. The only one that was awesome on there was George Costanza, and his only damn spin-off he got was Duckman. I don't know. I've just... Day 44, boys. Day 44. And they keep spinning webs and webs and webs of nonsense about it. And I'm not saying we need to open up the economy or open up the schools or anything. What I'm saying is they need to quit instilling fear into people and spend the money instead of on news resources on finding a solution for those that are hyper vulnerable to it, that could die from it. You know, unless that's their plan, is to kill off the weak and just let the strong survive, then I say we have a purge, but hey, this is the reason why I'm not a public figure, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a lot of ridiculousness that probably could be avoided if the news would just shut their friggin' pie holes and report on what they know, and that's the traffic and the weather, and then shut their friggin' mouths because they're all just a bunch of idiots. End of story. This is the reason why I will not watch the news. It's because they're dumb. It's a waste of my time. They don't talk about anything useful. They just... That's like me making these vlogs. Anyway, people, I'm waiting for my coffee to be done. It's slowly getting there. I hear it making noises. I got about 12 minutes before I got to punch into work. Today is live chat Wednesday, so I'm okay with that. And then live chat Thursday, and then full day Friday, and then bike ride Saturday and Sunday. I wonder if it's gonna be nice this weekend. Are we gonna have a nice weekend?
No, don't expect sunshine in North Bay. The forecast for this weekend is 16 degrees and partly cloudy. There is currently a rainfall warning in effect.
Why does she have to be such a bitch to me? Whatever, we'll still probably end up going for a bike ride. A possible rainfall warning. Overcast, no big deal. 16 degrees C, that's nice. Anyway, I got my coffee. Gonna head upstairs. Personally, my whole idea on this COVID-19, this is a social experiment done by causing public panic and instilling fear. And the social experiment is the one of, let's get people to stop buying useless shit they don't need by scaring them senseless so they stay inside their house, and we'll shut down the economy because that's the right thing to do. And now people can't buy bullshit. And over the course of 2 to 3 months, they will be completely reprogrammed into not needing said bullshit. So when we reopen the economy, said bullshit shops will have to shut down because nobody wants their stuff. That's, I don't know what to call that, but that's the name I'm giving it. So it's going to be a long ass plaque. Anyway guys, bye. So, you remember last night when I made supper? I made chicken. And I said I was making the whole bag of chicken. Turns out there was like 3 pieces of chicken in there. I don't get it. When I bought that at Food Basics, they were like, oh, it's $2.99 for friggin' a full chicken in pieces. But it literally was like 3 chicken legs. So I only had 2 last night. They're about 200 grams a piece. I'm gonna cook one up right now. It's 11 o'clock, by the way. A little bit later in the day started, or break time. Mainly because I'm not doing anything, so bring it. Found a cheaper deal on this. I used to buy the keg kind. This one here is Selection. It's just like the no-name stuff from Food Basics. It tastes better than the keg chicken spices. I dig it. Nail it full of oh, hey, what the hell was that? Nail it for a full 20 minutes, and we'll have some chicken for lunch. Should be good. Probably gonna do chicken and rice because I'm really enjoying the rice. Gonna do a half cup of rice, and that's what I was wondering was, what is the nutrition facts on this brown rice? They say it's really high in fiber, and that's bullshit because it's only 1 gram of fiber, so I don't understand where the logic is on that. I had 1 wrap left, so I figured I'd make it. That's some good eats. I'm making chicken and now I'm eating a turkey wrap. I don't care. Alright, we'll got that cooked. Oh, by the way, guys, today marks 11 years since Oreo was adopted and moved into the house. That's right, 11 years ago, my dog looked like this. Yum. He had a stripe down his forehead. Now you see why we called him Oreo. That stripe didn't last. And also, because my thoughts are kind of scatterbrained, guys, something I was talking about yesterday about the whole keto and enjoying your foods and stuff, and I didn't quite elaborate on. Basically what I'm thinking about doing on the weekend, now that we know the weather's gonna suck, if we can't go biking, I may try and build something that I've been craving for a while now, but never had a chance to have, because A, we don't have one in North Bay yet, and B, I don't feel like driving to Sudbury to get one. And that is a Taco Bell Crunch Wrap. I found out how to make them. The problem is the method they want you to use is not exactly ketogenic, which I'm okay for. I'm fine for that now. Having carbs for what I'm striving for now is what I need to get to my next step, i.e. growing muscle. Remember, stage 1 was losing the weight. Stage 2 is growing the muscle. And we can't talk about stage 3 on YouTube because it'll demonetize the video. So I figured what we can do for the weekend is we'll do a regular vlog. Maybe I'll do a cooking with the hobo or something as a sub video on keto crunch wraps. I have a couple ideas on how I'm going to pull it off using those low carb pitas. And if you live in the States, you guys got way better option for low carb pitas than we do. I only have a couple options available to me. One of them being the pita I just ate. It's low carb. It's like 3 net carbs per pita, and that's per large pita. and the small ones is 2 net carbs per pita. Where you guys have access to like cauli crusts, like cauli pitas, and all sorts of different kinds of pitas that are low in carbs, mainly because you have access to stuff like Whole Foods. We don't have that here in North Bay. I know they have them in Toronto, but North Bay is too shit town to have anything like that. People up here just buy their groceries at Walmart when they go to buy toilet paper and dog foods and other Walmart like items. So we don't have any cold stores. I'm thinking maybe that Orchard's down the street from me, being like it's something like a Whole Foods. It might have it, but I haven't checked. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. All right, peace. There we go. 230 grams of chicken, 234 grams of chicken, and a half a cup of rice, seasoned with some, same as yesterday, cayenne pepper and chili powder. Time to bust another break. No, I'm not going to make more food, even though it's very tempting. No, I'm gonna go rock a piss. Do what I normally do, or what I have normally been doing, and that's because it's been fun. What I've been doing is coming down here and blasting my delts on this thing because it's fun. Probably gonna put in another workout tonight because, like I said, due to the awesome weather outside of all the doom and gloom, kinda rough to go for a walk or a bike ride in that because I don't have splash guards on my bike, so really don't feel like skunk tailing myself with water and guck. So cardio is out for tonight. We'll blast another workout. Tomorrow is gonna be nice. I don't know. What's gonna be the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow in North Bay, it'll be rainy with a high of 13 and a low of 5. There is currently a rainfall warning in effect.
Oh, we know. What's going to be the weather on Friday?
Friday in North Bay, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 15 and a low of 4 degrees Celsius.
Cool.
There is currently a rainfall warning in effect.
Okay, enough of your nonsense. It's already raining outside. We know this. We can see it with our own 2 optical nerves. So, Friday, maybe get some cardio in. Saturday, if it doesn't rain, they're calling for chances of rain and overcast, but if it doesn't rain, we can get some riding in. So I guess we'll use this week to build some strength. Why not? Nothing better to freaking do. You know, it's funny. I posted on Facebook a little test comment to see the kind of remarks that I would get. And it was in regards to what I mentioned earlier on how I think this is all a plot to reprogram society and to stop them from doing purchases. Basically to reprogram people to stop them from purchasing based on want and not need. That's what I was getting at. So I posted the comment, people are like, that's stupid. The ones who run the media are the ones who run the economy. And if people don't make purchases, then they won't be able to, the economy will crash. Well, think of this also here with the economy. The economy is also based on, you purchase something, can you afford it? Let's say you go out and you buy a new car or a new house, and it's way out of your price range. But you bought it because you want it, not because you need it. What you needed was something smaller, something affordable. But you decided to buy something way outside of your means to, for some reason, impress people. Nobody's impressed, okay? Wow, you got a nice house. Who cares? Like you're trying to show off. What's even worse is when you can't afford it, and now you got to send this house back to the bank on a foreclosure. Now you look like an idiot. The problem there is, the more people who default on mortgages, credit card payments, loan payments, so on and so forth, that shit has to get picked up by someone. So if people are buying more on want versus need, racking up all this debt, not able to pay for it, and they're all declaring bankruptcy, that falls back on the bank. That in turn hurts the economy. That in turn could drive up interest rate, taking out more people. The more people that are now defaulting due to this new interest rate, you see what happens to the economy. We were already on that path. That would have been 2020. The year of the recession due to economic crisis where people can't afford the stuff they bought because they wanted it and not needed it. COVID-19 was the perfect smokescreen to basically shut the economy down, reprogram humans to get them out of this want, and back into the need of things. You don't need a brand new sports car. They're not practical. You need a vehicle that can get you from point A to point B and it's functional. You don't, you don't need the brand new iPhone 12 if you have an iPhone 10 that still takes calls and does everything you want to do. The only reason why you want it is because it's better than your friend's iPhone 11 and you want to show them up with the new technology. A lot of my friends are like this. Like, they will go out of their way, put themselves in the super debt, buy some sports car to try and be, you know, the man, and then all of a sudden a couple months later they're like, yeah, I brought the car back because you know, it just wasn't it wasn't fitting my needs. But in reality, they brought the car back because they defaulted on the payments and some tow truck showed up and took it from them. So in my mind, that's what this whole thing is. This is the way for the financial institutions to basically save grace, hopefully reprogram the human population so that they stop getting all these freaking loans to buy stuff they don't need, like the really big houses and these souped up jackrabbit cars that they can't afford, and these mighty loans for stuff they don't need. That's my theory. I could be wrong. You know, somebody else mentioned that it could very well be that they were working on this virus for a while to deploy Bill Gates' little friggin' chip that he's been using in India or Egypt. Other people think it's just a virus that was released to reduce the population of the world. Take out the weak, only the strong survive. But once again, like I said before, why don't we just have a purge? Just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna head back upstairs. I blasted my arms 3 times. My arms, my shoulders, whatever. I've been doing that, just going down, doing like 3-4 sets here, 3-4 sets there. Just to really over accentuate it. Get it right pissed off so it wants to grow. Because I want these shoulders to explode. Holy crap, that wind out there. It's something fierce. It's like a tropical hurricane or something. I don't know. Like, look at this tree having a hard time being a tree with all that wind. Just as I film it, it stops winding. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I'm gonna go rock a piss. I'm actually gonna let the dog out. He's not gonna want to be out there very long, that's for sure. Holy crap. Weather just sucks. Like hardcore. Harder than a Hoover. Let him out for a piss. He goes for a quick piss. Then he wouldn't take a shit. But it's raining out right now, so you know for a fact he's gonna hurry up and squeeze it. There he goes. That a boy. Yeah, you drop those turds. He's gonna drop it. He's gonna kick a couple times, and he's gonna come hollering back. I'm done. I'm done. Eh? I'm done. I quit. Let me in. Holy crap, eh? You don't like the weather outside. I can tell. Look at your stupid face. Poor guy knows the salon's closed and he can't get a beautification hairdo done. Even if it was open, he couldn't get one done because nobody wants to touch him. But the key reason that he's a pain in the ass to deal with. Oh man, it's pretty bad. The last place I brought him to, Global Pet Foods, they told me next time they may have to sedate him. I'm like, you have to roofie my dog to cut his fur? It's that bad? And they're like, yeah, he has a lot of anxiety. And I'm like, well, look at him. When you have anxiety, if you had to live your life as a Pomeranian, like look at this thing. I'd be packed full of anxiety if I looked like that. But a while ago, I'm sitting upstairs and somebody decided to make a ruckus down here. I heard what sounded like friggin' like a cymbal crashing on the ground. I was like, what the heck was that? Turns out Scampers decided to come over here and investigate the vent on the ground. And she pried it off the wall because it's just kind of sitting in there. So that fell off the wall. I couldn't find her in the house. I thought she got, because she could probably squeeze in there because cats are pretty squeezable. You know, they're practically liquid. So I thought for sure she got into the furnace. And that would have been bad. Because if that furnace would have came on while she was in that vent, the hot air that accumulates coming out of the vent, oh man, that would have just friggin' hurt her, if not killed her. But luckily she didn't go in there, and I ended up finding her behind the couch. I guess the loud noise scared her enough to make her like run and go hide. So that was good, because man, oh man, oh man, oh man, that would have sucked trying to get her out of the furnace. Especially she made it all the way through to the blower. Oh my god. You know, that's like my biggest fear is when like I had to replace my furnace filter back in January, and I'm probably gonna have to do it again because you're supposed to replace them like every 3-4 months. I'm so worried that one of these days I'm gonna open up that thing and go down there and she's just gonna jump down to investigate. I remember that happened with Felix. Actually no, with Felix it happened in the floor. He got into them when we were putting down this hardwood floor. Dad wasn't paying attention and he's putting down all the plywood, turns his back, and Felix goes underneath the friggin' floor. He bolts it all up and all of a sudden he hears mew, mew, ah, 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 mew, and he's like, where's that coming from? He's like, oh no. He's like, He goes, Felix. Puts his ear to the ground. Meow. He's like, God damn it. Goes under, takes the floor back off, and there's the cat like, hi, I'm stupid. So I'm so worried she's gonna get into that crawl space, because you know how hard she is to get there, come back out? Friggin' near impossible. I don't know what she's doing now, but she's sitting over there doing cat things. What are you doing, Scampers? What are you doing? You gonna go for shit? Please don't shit on the carpet. She's gonna sit like a football. Hey, whatever. Anyway, I took my last break of the day. Tonight for dinner, guys, I'm gonna have this loaf of lean ground chicken by Halal. It's Zabiha Halal. It's got 14, is that for the whole tube? That's for a half a cup, 100 grams. It's got 14 grams of fat, 17 grams of protein. Why is there so much fat in this? It's freaking chicken. Stupid halal. Whatever. Anyway, gonna fry that up. Have it with some veg, maybe some rice. See how bad tonight's workout is, because I'm definitely not going for a ride in that freaking bullshit weather we're having. My goodness. Anyway, just went downstairs to rock a piss, let the dog out, so that right after work I can go downstairs and beat the shit out of myself for about 90 minutes. Yeah, make some dinner. Get on with the night. Alright guys, done my workout. Now it's dinner time. If I could eat every meal in a bowl, I totally would. We got some rice, some of that halal chicken, and some Brussels. Down the hatch. Well guys, one thing I wanted to do tonight was get that whiteboard from the garage and move it into the house and set it up on the wall. But it's pissing outside like a son of a goof. So that's not gonna happen, because in order to bring it in, one thing I wanted to do was get some stuff out of here. Mainly I was gonna clear all this shit out. This table, that lamp down there, and this big lamp. Like I said, they're going to my friend's house. I tried to sell them on Kijiji, no offers, no wants. That was a while ago, so I figured, you know what, we'll just get rid of them. And then I was thinking about putting it up here on the wall, but I don't know exactly how big it is. So I'm thinking let's take a rip out to the garage. I don't want to be bringing this stuff out because those lampshades are cardboard and it's apparently pouring out. But we'll take a quick rip out to the garage and we'll see just how big that friggin' thing is. Obviously I got to clear the bicep blaster and the isolation straps and all that off of the table. I got some weightlifting gloves. I think I actually have my weightlifting straps in here somewhere. Not sure where the hell I put them. No, whatever. Anyway, she's staring at the TV. She was, until I mentioned she, and she realized she's the only she in the house right now. What are you doing? Doopy 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 doop. Oh, it just slams right into the camera. What a nerd. Alright, well, let's take a rip out to the garage. I'm gonna rock a piss first, and then we'll go and check on shit. We'll grab the measuring tape and measure how big that board is and see if it'll fit. Holy shit, is it ever raining out? Where the hell did that green leaf come from? Oh, whatever. Anyway, whiteboard's down here. Let me get it out. Is that water getting through the door, or is that just the way that wood looks? Is that actually wet? That's actually wet. Huh. Well, whatever. Anyway, there's the whiteboard there. I wanted to take you for a rip tonight. Boo. Anyway, what I'm thinking, as you can still see some markings on it, it's kind of stained. I don't know if I want to set it up like that, or if I want to set it up like that. I was going to go and flip it, but I'm like, hey, no, it's lighter, flipping the camera. One thing I'm wondering is if I can use, I'm going to try something to see if I can take this crap off. Well, that's about all I can do. Like, you can still see stuff. Like, there's totally a Mickey Mouse here. I don't know how to get the rest of that off. I don't know what chemical I need to use. I tried Mean Green. I tried using Goo Gone. I don't know what's good for taking permanent marker off of whiteboard. See, originally what they did was they used permanent marker because they permanently wanted to leave it on there, and they're just changing the numbers with the temporary marker. But then they decided to no longer use this board. So I was like, hey, I'll take it and see if I can clear it. But maybe somebody else out there in YouTube land knows how to clear off permanent marker. But my big question is how in the hell am I going to mount this? I don't know if I should just rip a hole right through the frame and use a screw, because I'm not really seeing any way to mount this. I don't want to just lean it up on the wall because that'll get taken down. I don't really have anything in here to make brackets with, I don't think. I could make like like C brackets or something and bolt them to the wall. I don't know. Or, yeah, I could use this shit. Screw it to the wall and then... Jesus, it's windy out there. I don't know. As for right now, I'm just going to leave it there. Did I have a measuring tape in here? I know I do somewheres. Where in the frig did I put my measuring tape? That's like my dad's favorite line. Whenever we're working on a project, oh, where's my tape? Where's my tape? Where's my tape? He'll always ask where his tape is, and his tape is always where he left it last, right on his freaking belt. Ah, there's one. See? And if I talked about it long enough, it would show up. Alrighty, well, I wasted time measuring it. Why was it a waste of time? Because that tag down there totally says 4x3. So it's 4 foot by 3 feet, so 4 feet from the floor to the top to 3 feet wide. I'm probably going to mount it that way. I don't know, maybe I'll just fire screws right through it. Who cares, eh? Take the frame off or something, and you know what? This is the same material. If I did take the frame off and just flipped it, that would solve my problems. Because this side's clean, and it feels like the same damn material. You know what? I wonder how, what are you? Just Allen screws? Probably just pop those off and the whole frame slides off. Give it the old flippity-doo-dah, flippity-day, and we're done. Frame back on, or just say screw the frame and see what the edge is. It just looks like it's bored. You know what? Maybe just drill holes right through this C-sucker and mount it right on. If it wasn't for this support brace, I wouldn't even worry about the frame. I don't know what the hell this thing's for. It's probably some sort of a carrier for the markers. But this backside is the exact same material as the front side. So that's an idea. Alright, well, let me go see if it's going to fit on the wall. I'm not going to bother doing anything. Like, I want to wait till a nice day so I can take that crap out of the living room because I need room to do this. And then I might just ditch the frame. Rip holes through it. Mount it right to the wall, ghetto style. Frig it. Welcome to Skiven's Ghetto Gym for all your ghetto needs and ghetto lifting habits. Open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays too, unless it's not. Okay, bye. Love how I have a better measuring tape on top of my fridge than I do in my garage. So I wonder what the distance is between that chair rail. Holy friggin' focus. That chair rail and the ceiling is. We might, son of a bitch. We might save Project Whiteboard for the weekend because it'll probably be nice enough for me to do what I want to do, which is get all this crap out of here. Move this thing out of the way for the time being. I'm gonna move this picture to another wall, probably over there. I think that would look good over there by the chair. Just get it off this wall. I think I might put the whiteboard right here. And that way there, if I'm doing any sort of whiteboard stuff that I want to like draw or any videos where I want to explain things with like illustrations, I can just set up my camera and aim it like this and do it. I think that would be kind of sweet. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it as it is. I think I'm gonna call her here because it's currently 8 o'clock at night. I want to get to bed early tonight because I want to be up early tomorrow for work. Another day of live chatting live on live chat, and then Friday the weekend is here, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then back to friggin' Monday. Son of a bitch, eh? But the long weekend is coming up, which means nothing to you guys who are still at home and not going into work, but for me it means something. It just means one less day of having to go to work, which is pretty dialing, profiling. But anyway, I'm gonna shut her down here. So on that note, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, stay safe and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.